Hey guys, welcome back to another Leaks of the Week. I am Chakars.
And I believe I am Licious Kid.
Awesome. And we got another week of Tokyo Revengers. This is a short week, only 4 days. Got some holidays in the land of Japan. So this video, still some cool stuff.
Yeah, this week actually shows the rest of the blue double R's. So I think that's everything, right? We saw the 4 reds, the 3 yellows, and the 3. Well, we're gonna see the 3 blues, and that's all 10.
Yep.
We're from no green.
We will get a good grasp of the set
And all the potential builds are going for.
So to start things off, this 0-0 Baji, 500 power. During your opponent's turn, when he's reversed, you can pay 1 to rest him, and then at the start of your next encore step, send him to memory. And the other effect is a startup. You can pay 1, send him to memory, look at top 4 cards, choose a revenge character and add it to your hand.
Send to waiting room.
Send to waiting room. This card is... I'm not feeling this card. It's kind of...
Just use him for the second effect. Why would you want to keep a 500 body around unless you're just running so dry at level 0, you know?
No, you keep him around so that way you can guarantee the second effect. You still got an attack in, even though you have to pay 1 to get him back.
And you don't have another stock if you open up with this, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't open up with it.
But he'll go to memory from the waiting room.
Nah.
No, I don't like this card. This card's...
Nah, I don't either. You can tech 1 just for the second effect. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the only reason I use them. But then if you're teching 1, you can't use the first effect, right? Because then you'll go to memory.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Nah. Don't even. Hell no.
Yeah. Find other ways to mill?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Just no mountain shaping. We're good.
Brave.
Next up, Double R Kazutora 1-0, 4,500 power. When he's placed on stage, he gets plus X power for the turn. Number of your revenge characters times 500. So with the full field, can't do math, 7k. And ClimaxCombo with the pants. When he attacks, you can discard a card. And if you have another revenge character, you can discard a card. Look at top 4 cards of your deck and add up to 2 revenge characters or an event that has not been shown yet. Send the rest to waiting room. Put them to your hand. This is sort of standard. I mean, it's strong on offense to help you reverse things. Doesn't need to reverse anything to get its effect off. You can ditch anything, filter out your hand a little more. Since when you look at top 4, it's we don't know the event, but even so, I don't really see this card being that good.
Nah, and when you want to pop off and you go you hit level 1, you play your 3 1-0 combos.
Yeah,
But it goes weaker, stronger, because you can't slap them all down at the same time.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a back row, oh god, this card is gonna be so weak.
Yeah.
And if you whiff with this effect, it feels even worse.
Disgusting. Meh.
Yeah, nah, this card kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It feels bad though.
Next up, Kazutora and Mikey 0-0, 500 power. When they are played on stage, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a revenge character or an event, you can add it to your hand and discard a card. And then the other effect is when they're placed on stage. If you have 2 or more other revenge characters, you can draw 1, discard a card. Also kind of whatever. I mean, you can filter a lot, I guess, with this card. Draw 2, ditch 2, pretty much. as long as you don't reveal a climax for the first one. But meh. It's not
It's okay.
It's fine, but I don't know.
Not mandatory.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just kind of like a tech card if you want to run it.
Mm-hmm. If you want a lot of hand filter.
Yeah, but I feel like all these blue pants decks now have like, Lane Trigger Pants, Ditch, Salvage, or stuff like that. And we're gonna see a card like that on the last day, so don't really see a point in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so low juice too.
2/1 Baji and Kazutora. 6,500 power.
2 soul.
2 soul. And when this attacks, if it fights a level 3, it gets plus 6k power, making it 12/5.
Meh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Other sets have cards like this, but no one runs it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the 2 soul's cool, but it's really not that worth it, to be honest.
Nah.
Having to rely on this means is some bad news for your deck.
Yeah. Very bad news. That is awful. No.
Next up, 1-0 event. When you use it, mill 2. Choose up to 1 level X or lower revenge character from your waiting room, where X is the sum of the levels of the cards you sent. Spence, it's alright. I mean, it lets you mill. You can grab what you mill. And if you get lucky, you can kind of grab anything. If you get a level 3, you can grab anything. So it's just it's alright.
Yeah, really just depends if you want to run it or not, right?
Yeah.
They're never mandatory.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly for this day, TD Kazutora, 4k power. You cannot play events or backups from your hand. Whatever card. I mean, he's just big body, which, in my opinion, is not always good enough. You need to
Killing on this card sucks.
Yeah, it especially sucks not being able to play events or backups later on. You never want to play this, so it's just not a good contender for a level 0 beat down.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. I don't know why Kazutora is like, oh, this card no events, and then the Kazutora cards synergize with events. It's so dumb.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they could have chosen another character for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Arami Bushi. We'll think of the cards and the flavors. Anyways, yeah, pretty lackluster day, honestly.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Moving on to the next day, we got the 0/0 Takemichi Uncommon. If you have 1 or less other characters, this gets plus 1 level and 2,500 power. And when this is reversed, if you have 2 or less memory, you may send this to memory. Speaking of a level 0 beater, I think this card's pretty good. Early on, as long as you only have 1 other, level 1 4k is neat.
2 of these, it's over.
Yeah, two unkillable level 0s. It's pretty nice. And then even when it's like, once you're done getting some use out of them, they get reversed, they go to memory. So they're not clogging up your deck later when they're going to be worthless. So it's pretty good level 0.
Yeah, dude. I agree. Use it with the PR Baji, gives an additional 15.
Oh, man.
0055, level 1.
You're killing
GG.
Boys.
Yep, it's over. But on the real, though, the card's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's playable.
I want that in my deck now.
Would you really run this?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
It depends.
It's okay.
1/1 Takemichi and Chifuyu, 6k power. When your other revenge characters attack, this turn this gets plus 500 times your other X characters, times your other revenge characters. So 2k maximum if you have a full field. Oh wait. Oh yeah. And you can do that twice. So it's
OD.
4K if you attack with him last, making him 10K level 1. And at the start of your encore step, if you don't have any other rested characters in your front row, you can pay 1 to rest him.
Nah.
Nah.
That Ghetto Encore.
Yeah, Ghetto Encore is whatever.
Yeah, I get it. It's like cool because they're gangsters and their guts is so strong. A lot of these Tokyo Revenger cards have that Ghetto Encore, but nah.
Yeah.
This isn't it, Chief.
0/0 Takemichi common, 1500 power. When this is placed on stage from hand, if your opponent has 1 or less characters in their front row, choose 1 cost 0 or lower character and send it to or in the front row, send it to the waiting room. And when you play him, you can clock yourself for 1 and then put the top card of your deck to stock.
Pretty interesting card.
Yeah, interesting for sure. That first effect is pretty good.
Have we seen something like that second effect?
I don't think so.
Block for stock? I think that's kind of cool.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Especially since
Yeah, the builds are so stock heavy, right?
Yeah.
It kind of works in anything.
But do you want to
require so much?
Do you want to ideally pay this stock out since it is blind? Or do you just take the stock and ride it out till the end? That's why.
It just depends. I think early game, right? Just use the stock to brainstorm or something.
Probably.
Or play 1/1. And then late game, I mean, if you're confident you're game ending, then just screw it, right? Get that extra stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this card is pretty legit.
Yeah, there's potential for this.
Yep.
1/0 Chifu, 3K power. If you have 1 or less other characters in your front row, this gets 4K power. And the other effect is at the start of your attack phase, if he is standing and you have 1 or less other characters in the front row, all of your front row characters gain the following ability. When this attacks, choose 1 revenge character in your waiting room and send it to stock. So, interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, 2 characters only. You're only attacking with 2 characters to get the maximum value of this card. With 7K 1/0 and 2 stock per each character that attacks. But if you have 2 of him,
right,
that's 6 stock. That's
it's true.
Crazy.
And they're 107Ks.
That's crazy.
And there's a Bachi we'll see tomorrow that also has a similar effect.
Mm-hmm. You want him?
2 attacks. Is that
no?
Right. That's just so painful. Right. And especially nowadays, you can't playing from behind and Weiss. It can be pretty rough.
You're giving up an attack for 1 more stock? Nah, no way.
Right? And then we've seen this set being able to get stock, like the 1/0 Takemichi or the 0/0 Takemichi we just saw, right? So get that extra attack, get the extra stock. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're getting that much more stock, right? Unless you're using 2 of these Shifuyus.
Yeah.
But then you're clogging every deck with a bunch of junk. Yeah. I mean, I like what they're trying to go for. And it's kind of cool, but nah.
Yeah, nah.
2 attacks is too bad.
Lastly, for this day from the TD, we got 0/0 Chifu, 500 power. All of your other 1/0 Bajis. Is this the vanilla?
Yeah, this is the vanilla.
Yep, the 1/0 vanilla. Cool. Gain double trigger on attack. And you pay 1 bomb for that Baji. Nah, no way. Vanilla is trash. Even with double trigger. What? No. Nah.
With the full standby?
Uh,
But then you're running Blue
Fucking
as well.
vanillas. Oh yeah, you're running blue. Nah. No. Nah. No. Mm-mm.
It costs 1, so you take more stock to use, and your dragon gets stronger.
No.
Okay.
You're
No,
not
I
selling.
agree. Sounds good. Nah. It's kind of cool. It's a good try though.
Yeah, I think
Better
it's
than the stupid
probably
one.
it's
This
neater
one
than
the
the
better
other
ones.
stuff.
Yeah, it's one of the better 1-0, or it's one of the better 0-0 to 1-0 vanilla bonders.
But still not Gucci enough. I am Miho.
IMHO.
Alright. Next up we got this 0-0 Baji. When this is placed 1500 power, when this is placed on stage, choose one of your opponent's characters, send it to memory, then your opponent places that character on any stage or any slot on the stage. And the other effect is when he gets reversed, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose a revenge character from among them, add it to your hand, send the rest to waiting room, and discard a card. This card's not bad. It's a nice tech, I think, to have. The flicker could be useful against certain decks.
Very certain decks, yeah.
Yeah, very certain, like Kobayashi. And then it has a decent second effect. Being able to mill. You don't have to pay anything for this. It's just on reverse. It's fine.
It's fine for sure. I'm telling you, man. Payan, Pachin, run 3 of these, mill. Boom.
Oh, man.
Yep. So grab those Payans, and you're ready to go.
Next up, we got 2-1 Chifuyu, 2500 power. It's a 3K backup, and
he goes to memory.
He goes to memory after using stupid card. Get out of here.
Funny, but no.
Nah.
Use the one that sends your opponent's stuff to memory, not your own stuff to memory.
Yeah, those are actually useful. This is like, what the fuck is this?
Why him too? He doesn't die. Baji dies. It should be Baji.
Oh god.
What the fuck? Spoilers, but whatever.
Again, and then next up, the level 3 Chifuyu, 10k power. When he's placed on stage, you can draw 2, discard 2. Oh, discard 2, dang. But you put the one card from the top of your, you get a blind stock. Other effect is on attack, you can pay 3 to stock swap your opponent. You know, not bad.
It is on attack, so the cost is not as heavy as you think.
Yeah.
But don't you want to stock swap before
right away?
Your attack?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I don't. There's no reason you wouldn't want to do it right away.
Yeah.
I mean, the first effect is kind of cool because you can draw into stuff, and you get a little bit more stock, one more to help with the cost of the end game.
That desperately needs.
Yeah.
Just everything is 3/3/3 for the game enders.
I don't know. Yeah. Probably wouldn't want to run this, honestly.
No, rather just use the dragon, right? Check top 5 probably, and then the extra juice.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's interesting, but I wouldn't run it.
Yeah. Next up, 1-0 Baji, 3k power.
This is the synergizer with the last Shifuyu yesterday.
The same effect. If you have one or less other characters in the front row, gets plus 4k, making it 7k. And then at the start of your attack phase, if it's standing, one or less other characters in the front row, all your front row characters gain when this attacks. Look at the top card of your deck. Choose a revenge character from among that. Show it to your opponent. Add it to your hand. Send the rest to waiting room. I mean, if you have him and the Chifuyu, you're getting 4 stock and potentially plus 2 for no combo.
And they're 7K, so they're respectively strong. They're respectable enough. But no, I mean,
you know what?
The attacks.
Nah, no. I mean, this is off combo. You don't need. You can just run 8 standby and use those 2 to generate stock and hand a little bit. But standby struggles with the damage. The damage is so important.
2 soul. Yeah, these guys, these little wimps standing for 1. Like, I don't know, Chief. I like the idea, but okay. I can see the only way I can see these 2 work is not at level 1, but at level 2. You're about to hit level 3. You know your opponent is crazy compressed. And you know, there's situations where you just know they're gonna cancel every hit, right? And you can't do shit about it. Then you just set up with the Baji and Chifuyu, and for next turn. That's the only way I can see these cards being good. Yeah. No combo. You save a lot of resources. You build resources. It's the only way I can see it. And even then, I think you might just consider using Chifuyu instead of like 2 Chifuyus and getting a shitload of stock instead of the Baji, because it could still whiff, you know? Yeah. It's not reliable, while Shifuyu is any character in waiting room to stock. Yep. So that's the only way I see this card being good. So I think it's kind of neat, because tomorrow we'll see a really bonkers game ender. And so yeah, that's the only way I can see it work. Yeah. But even then, like, you're kind of setting yourself pretty far behind, but we'll see. Yeah, I think standard lineup will do better. It's a little too it's too slow. Yeah. Too slow, and it makes the weak point of standby even weaker. Agreed. All right. Next up, this 3/2 Kazutora. Uncommon, 9K. If you have 2 or less climaxes in your way room, this gets -1 level. And for each of your back row revenge characters, he gets plus 1K, so making him 11K base as long as you have 2 in the back. And when he's placed on stage, if you have 2 or more other revenge characters, until the end of your opponent's next turn, he gains the following ability of continuous. The character across from him gets -2 soul. You like this card, huh? I do, dude. -2 soul on play. We've been playing with the Katna, and that -2 soul is kind of nice. So, but this on play for free, I think it comes out pretty easily. There's a level 3 Shizuku like this in Niji. Pretty much the exact same effect, conditions, and power. And that build is kind of legit. So I think this Kazutora has a place too. Like, but what does the rest of the deck look like? What are you running this in? Okay, see, that's. But what if you just? The idea, I think, is just to survive. You know, just stall, hit level 3. It's a good effect. You can run him in anything with blue, right? But you have to pay. Although I don't think blue is the easiest color to splash. But it buys you more time. Debatably better than healing at level 2. That is true. You're taking 2 less damage instead of just getting rid of 1 damage. Yep. Huh. When you put it that way. Oh, okay. When you put it that way, that makes a lot more sense. It sucks at level 3, but it's pretty strong at level 2. Yeah. You know what? The way you word it, it changed my mind. Because you can actually drop this as soon as you hit level 2 instead. Like, there's sometimes where I don't want to early play because I'm not getting the heal. But there's like a climax you can pay out. You want a big body around. It's a good time to do it, but it feels bad to waste it. But this, it's not a waste. Good. Yeah. Huh. Holy shit. Yeah, I think this is legit, like, legit AF. Yeah, I do like it. It should have been the double R. This is like, a decent early play, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then for the TD, for some reason, they showed that same Chifuyu again that works with that bonds for the 1-0 Baji.
Because, we were all on the edge of our seats.
Yeah, we need to know what that was, dude.
On the 13th or on the 26th to know what is Synergize. So dumb.
All right, boy, you're up.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. This is the spiciest day. And I actually think this Womble combo is pretty good. So let's go over this. First of all, the star of the show, 3-2, 10k Mikey, of course, the boy himself. When it's placed from hazard stage, choose one revenge character in your waiting room and place it underneath him, face down as a marker. When he attacks, you can pay cost, which is send all markers underneath him to the bottom of your deck in any order. If you do, deal 1 damage to your opponent X time, and X is equal to the number of markers sent to the bottom of your deck by his ability. And lastly, he's got that sorry, Encore phase. If you don't have any of the rested characters in your front row, you can pay 1 if you do rest him. So he's got that ghetto Encore. So alone, he's not so nice because you're only burning 1 on attack, right? But we'll see. We'll see. But first, let's go over some of these other cards that they showed first. So this is the last blue double R, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 0-0 Baji. So Baji 0-0 1500. When the climax is played in your climax area, choose one of your characters, gain the following ability, so then gain the following ability. When this card battle opponent is reversed, you can draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And then he's pay 1, rest himself, brainstorm. Every climax you hit, you search. I mean, search brainstorm, I think, is the greatest merit to this card because that first effect is not so nice. I mean, you have to kill something to get its effect, to get the ability off. And all you do is draw a ditch. Like, I think the whole trigger checking thing with like the Emma is better. Mm-hmm. So, not feeling this bot. If you want to search brainstorm, then yes, this is the brainstorm to run. It's not a terrible effect, but a little overshadowed, I think. And kind of a sad double R. Like, these blue double Rs are just kind of dumb.
They're pretty whack.
Yeah, I'd be kind of upset getting these. Oh well. Next up, we got 0-0 Draken and Mitsuya. 500 power. The 500 global for revenge characters. And when your character's trigger check, reveal a climax with the pants icon. You can ditch a card. If you do, check top 2 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1, add it to your hand. Send the other to waiting room. I mean, these cards are always pretty much standard in your 8 pant deck, right? So if you're running 8 pants, you gotta run 1 or 2 or 3 of him. And he's 500 global, so it's good.
Mm-hmm. It's a good card.
Next up, we got this Mikey, which I'm kind of feeling, but I'm also kind of not feeling. 4K. When this is played from hand to stage, choose 1 revenge character, and it gets plus 1500 power, so he can't target himself, so he can't be 5/5. It's a pretty interesting combo. So, at the start of your Encore phase, if this Mikey's in the front row, and you have 5 or less cards in your hand, and all your characters are revenge, you can pay cost, which is reveal another copy of him in your hand, send it to stock, and then send the pants climax from your climax area to the waiting room. If you do, check top 4 cards of your deck, choose up to 4 revenge characters amongst them, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, and then the rest of the waiting room. So, I mean, this setup is kind of high because you got to have another one of him, and you need the combo. So, there's that. Also, you need to have 5 or less cards in your hand to get the combo. And of course, if you don't get the full value of this card, it doesn't feel that nice. But to be fair, you don't need to hit the 4, right? If you have 5 cards, if you hit 2, you're already good because you hit any more, you're gonna have to ditch anyways, right?
Well, you go down to 4 because you have to send it to stock. So you want to hit 3.
You get an extra stock though, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I see it.
You see it, right? Because you don't want to play multiple of these. So putting 1 to your stock is actually not bad.
Yeah.
Because you get an extra stock, right? Mm-hmm. And then since it's at the top of your stock, if you pay it out with a salvage brainstorm, you get them back And since if you're gonna run with 8 paths, you just kind of keep cycling every turn, right? You mill super fast, you potentially plus a lot, and he's weak, but his on play you could give the 5/5, the 15 to anything, and you don't have to kill anything for his effect to go off. So, you know, like if you hit a bunch of climaxes or events, which I hope you're not gonna be running in this build, then you feel bad. But I mean, there's most of the time you're gonna be getting decent results from this card, unless you're crazy compressed. But obviously, then just don't use it, right? So I think it's kind of legit, a little clunky, but I kind of believe in this card.
Yeah, I think it's kind of neat. The deck needs to have like a good reason to not to have other things on your front row worth playing, that because you only need one of these guys per turn, so you want to play some other cool shit, and I think that's when it would become pretty good.
I see your point. I don't really recall much good 1-0. Actually, I guess you could use those weird 1-0 attackers that just are huge power, I guess, on attack or something. Maybe. I don't know. You gotta definitely use them with other 1-0 cards that, you know, don't need a combo and have big power. Because you could also power them up too. So you can power up anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you could use... Well, there's the 1-0 Takemichi that double triggers, right? You just splash that in. Oh, that's an off color.
True. Yeah, I think I'm sure there is a great 1-0 attacker we can't think of. I mean, the one that comes to my mind is the Takemichi from the TD that gets you a blind stock when you kill something when you play Climax. Because he's 5/5, and then you play this, and then he becomes 5/5, 6, 7, and then you play Climax. He's 8. He's gonna kill something, so you're getting crazy stock.
Yeah, I can see this.
Right? I want to see the stock. You slap down the 3/2 Kazutodas, right? Like I'm seeing it.
The blue build is tight.
Right? I think this card is kind of the saving grace.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, this card is, we'll see. I believe it.
Mm.
But what I'm most excited for and what you're gonna use all the stock for is 3/2 Baji, baby. So, thank you, power. Let's play for my fifth stage. You're gonna pay 1. If you do, choose a climax in your waiting room, add it to hand. And the second effect is at the end of this card's attack, you can pay 8, ditch 3, and place 4 of your other cards underneath. Place 4 of your other characters underneath this card face up as markers in any order, and you have to send the Pan's climax from the climax area to waiting room. If you do, choose the 3/2 Mikey, yellow one we just talked about, in your waiting room, place it on the stage where this Baji was, and then him and all cards underneath him become markers for the 3/2 Mikey. So, okay. Yes, it's crazy expensive at 8 stock. And you have to ditch 3. And you need a full field, which might not be that easy to do, considering you have to discard 3 cards. And you gotta play the pants. So that's 4 cards, right? And you need 8 stock. But the payout on this card, I think, is pretty crazy, because you get 3 attacks, right, from your own field. Then you get Mikey, and he's a 4th attack, but his effect as well pings them 5 times, because all the cards go underneath him as markers. So he has now 5 markers. And what is that? Freaking 9 attacks? I think that's pretty insane. I mean, if your opponent's level 3/0, they're dead. I think they're just dead. How are you gonna freaking survive that?
Mm-hmm.
And you could, the combo requires 8 stock, so you technically only need 5 stock at the start of your attack phase, because you'll build the 3 up, because the combo timing is at the end of your card's attack. So 5 stock at the beginning of your attack phase isn't that terrible, right? Because you're not planning on playing, you don't have to play that many level 3s that turn. You can just play this level 3 and a couple junk level 1s and go. So if you have 7 stock by level 3, play Baji, play 2 miscellaneous cards from your hand, pop off. And the combo is a little more consistent because you can pay 1 to salvage the climax. And I mean, as we saw, the set does have a lot of ways to build stock. Kind of like what I was talking about. I mean, the Shifuyu can kind of set up for this next turn because, yes, it puts you a turn behind. But, I mean, are they going to survive this combo? I don't know. I don't think so. If you can set it up, they're probably just dead. Of course, I mean, anti-damage kind of owns him. Or, like, the resting backups own him. But, of course, just play around that. So, I mean, if this card pops... I think if this combo pops off, you pretty much win the game. And it's not that. It's easier than it seems, in my opinion. I might be optimistic. I probably am, but I think it's pretty sick.
Play around rest back.
Huh?
How are you supposed to play around the rest back?
Side.
Side. Attack. That's tight. Oh,
and
man.
The level 3 Kazutora will buy you time to build up the stock.
Dude, maybe this is it.
If your opponent doesn't have a defensive backup, it's game freaking over. And of course, you can, if you do want to play the multiple level 3s, because you have so much stock, you can use like the, if you're balling out of control in the hand size, you can use the 3/2 TD Draken, ditch 2, burn, possibly, play the 3/2 Mitsuya, on play mill 2, possibly burn. Like, the game ending in this build might be kind of bonkers. So, I think it's cool, and I think it's legit, but of course it's not going to be the most competitive build. If you get rushed, it's game over. But if it pops off, I think your opponent just scoops. And then if you somehow survive, the Mikey will stick around because he has that get up. Oh shit, this is sick. Yeah. What do you think, Checkers? I know you're not gonna be into
like
this.
All of these builds, I don't see this working ever.
I'll prove it to you.
Too fucking.
I'll borrow the deck.
It's too big brain. There's just so much that could go wrong.
Of course, but what if it goes off?
7 stock for your last turn.
Yeah. Look how much stock they can build, though. This Mikey's gonna get you stock. TD Takemichi get you stock. You can use that 0/0 to clock yourself for a stock from the first day.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm hyped for this. One with Shifuyu, play 2 of them at level 2. You don't care what your opponent's damage at. They're gonna die.
Oh. Wait, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the play.
That's the play, man.
Oh, you don't even need yellow to play them to play the Mikey. You can just bring him out.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm hyped.
I'm ready. I'm ready to take 1 billion attacks.
I'm ready to unleash it. Hopefully. Domo will let me borrow it. Anyways, got a few more cards. 1/0 Draken. When it's played from hand to stage, you can pay cost, which is discard a card and reveal the level 3 Mikey from the TD. If you do, look at top 4 cards, choose up to 1 revenge characters, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, for the rest of your waiting room. I mean, these 105Ks that check top 4, add a hot card to hand, discard a card, is really freaking good and kind of annoying to play against. But, of course, this card has the downside of it having to resonate with the Mikey. So it's kind of balanced in that regard. We'll go over the Mikey later, but I don't think that Mikey is so nice. And because of that, I think the playability of this card is kind of not there. Like, you would not be running that Mikey, I think. It's not good enough. Next up, 00500 Mikey, play from hand to stage. Look at top card, leave it there, put it to bot deck. And when damage dealt by this card is not canceled, he gets plus 6k. Definitely do not run this card.
What?
0 Kazutoda. Oh god, this card's hilarious. When this front attacks, you can pay 1. If you do, choose one of your opponent's character, gets -1 level, and he's a level 0 suicider for bot deck. So you can kind of think of him as a 0/1 level 1 suicider. Because yeah, I mean, which might not be terrible against 1/1s with hand encore, because I feel like a lot of level 1 suiciders don't send them anywhere, right? They just kind of stay there.
Oh.
But he can actually fuck with them. So yeah, you pay 1. It kind of hurts, but I mean,
dude,
maybe
you can pay out a climax with it. Clean stock, anti-encore 1.
That does make this card a little nicer, huh?
A little bit.
And if anything, he's still useful at level 0.
Yeah. This is interesting.
This card is actually kind of nice. Huh. Okay, I believe. 1/0, 2k Mitsuya. It's a 1k backup. And when you use a backup, choose one of your battling character, gets to win the 1k. So it's a 1/0, 2k backup. Kind of out of flavor now, right? Don't run it, I think. 1025, Pachin the Beast himself. When it's played from hand to stage, choose one card in your hand, and you may send it to stock. Aha, more stock. When this is reverse, pretty much it's a cost 0 suicider, but you send it to bottom deck. I think the whole hand to stock thing is a lot better on a 0 body. So it being on a 1/0 body kind of makes it worse, but he's a cost 0 suicider. I mean, you know, this is going to be for the Baji deck. So in that deck, I think it's more playable. I don't think you should be running this for any other build. And I guess we're talking Michi too, right? Yeah. 2/1 4k. Yeah, right? Nah. 2/1 4k Draken. 2 or less climax, -1 level. When a climax is played on the climax area, choose one of your characters until the end of your opponent's next turn. It gets plus 4k power, baby. So probably a no.
What? Dude.
No?
Oh my god. 4k. Rabbit armor until the end of your opponent's turn?
Okay, there's a card like this in Princess Connect that I actually do use. But that deck is 8 gold bar. So that's why. This being 8 pads. Yes, it can follow the same concept. But
you can never cheat this out, dude.
I don't know.
What? No way.
By level 1?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No.
What if
2 climax?
Yeah, you know,
maybe.
Turn 1, you attack. Turn 2, your opponent goes YOLO. Plays 3, smack. You're level 1. Boom.
Don't ever mulligan your climaxes. Ever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you really have to cheat this card out for it to be good. It's still good later.
Maybe.
They have so much good back row cards. Global Assist and the Ayame effect on the 2/1 Takemichi and Mikey. Like, they have really good brainstorms. They have the level 3 assist that gives hand encore. Don't think this really has a place with all the competition it has.
Yeah.
Okay, and lastly, for the TD, we got the 0/0 Pachin. 2 or less stock, plus 1500 power. Resonates with the TD Mikey. Pay 1. At the start of your encore phase, you get pay cost. If you do rest this, nah, don't run it. It's only good at level 0. And if you don't have the Mikey in your opening hand, then this card just really sucks. Of course, 1-0 Baji again, because we're all dying to see him again. And lastly, the 3-2 Mikey we've been talking about. And the second boss monster for the trial deck, which is pretty cool. Combos the pants as well. When it's played for hand to stage, you can discard a revenge character. If you do, add the top card of your clock to your hand. Fairly interesting. And when he attacks the pants, Michiru burn your opponent for 4. You know, middle bottom 4 of your opponent's deck, deal X. X is equal number of climax hit by this effect. Not really feeling this TD card. That first effect is fairly interesting. I mean, getting something from the top of your clock to your hand to heal? Have we really seen that?
I've never seen this.
I can't really recall something like that. But I rather have stock heal, right? Because you could discard any, and you get more stock. But this, you have to discard a character, so it's not as nice. And Michiru burn is great when it's not on a climax combo. So I would not recommend this.
Yeah.
And that is it for this day, guys. Like we said, only 4 days. Not the most exciting cards. Feel like Blue got the short end of the stick, but still some spicy stuff. Seeing all the blue double R's, so we know what they're going for. I'm hyped for Baji, but that's actually, honestly, the Kazuto is probably the best card this week.
Yeah.
But oh well. We're pretty close to the end, so not much left exciting stuff to show. Yeah.
Thank you guys once again for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you for the next week of Leaks.
Peace.